We are going to be modifying our model and adding some data attributes to it. And that just helps keep our data accurate. And so we're going to take a look at the book real quick. And add the attributes that it wants. So it's really important when you are doing attributes, data validation, that you have the correct using statement at the top. Otherwise, it won't be able to find them. Okay, and there it is. And let me put a semicolon in, press enter. All right, so right now it's dimmed because I don't have any data annotations, but once I start adding them, then you'll notice that it's going to become bold-faced. So first thing I'm going to do is add required. And we're going to do a little custom error message. Otherwise, you get the generic ones that aren't quite as user-friendly. And put our semicolon here. But actually, we don't need one. Just need a bracket. Okay. And then we have another one we're going to do. This is for range. So they can enter a number between 1 and 500. And if they do not, we're going to do another little custom error message. And I am going to pause this. You do not need to watch me type, and then I will come back and kind of cover all of this with you. All right, so I have entered all of the data annotations. You can see that each one of our properties is required. It has a custom error message. And because they are all numeric, we are also including a valid range for the numbers. And we have a custom error message for that as well. I think I will move that back up here. Not that it matters. So that is what we've added. Save my changes, run a little build here. And now that we've added this validation, what happens when there's an error is that error flag gets sent back up to the controller, and the model is no longer valid. And so that is an error condition that we need to check for. So we are going to modify our post because that's where it would show up, right? In the get, everything's empty. So if they key something in inaccurately, it's going to show up in the post. And so that is where we are going to be checking the model state. So we are going to say if the model state is valid. And so if that is true, well, that means everything is A-OK, and we can calculate the future value. If it is not valid, well, then we can't calculate our future value. So here it's kind of put in some code. It's guessing what I want for the value. And it's close, but instead of a 1, I actually want a 0. Okay, and then we have our return statement. All right, so this is exactly what we need in here. So basically, if there's no errors, we're going to calculate the future value. Otherwise, we're setting it to 0. So let's save that. And then we need to go to the view, because if they do have an error, we need to display it. And so we are going to do the easy display where we display all the errors at the top. So that can go right after the opening form tag. It is a validation summary, and we want it to display all of our errors. And this is where they are going to display. All right, so let's save this and let's run it. Now, let's see if I'm going to have to quick look up what the error conditions are so I can actually key in an error. All right, so we wanted 1 to 500 for the investments. So if we do 2000, that should be an error condition. For the interest rate, we wanted 0.1 to 10. So if we do 20, that would be an awesome interest rate. That should flag an error. And then for the number of years, the valid range is 1 to 50. So if we do 60, that should also be an error. All right, so I have errors in all of these, and now I can see those custom error messages. So let's fix this one. Okay, and now I still have the other two. And I still have an error because I did not do that one right. Down to one error. There we go. All right, so it is working. Now, at this point, you are done with this app. So you're going to want to stop running it, and you're going to be uploading this to GitHub and then submitting a link to your repository.